The Basshole Podcast is sponsored by Blue Chew. That's right, Blue Chew. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, Blue Chew is offering a combo so strong, it's going to knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You're going to have to move towns with the amount of noise that you're going to be making. Introducing Blue Chew Max. It's arrived, it's here, and it combines all the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable tablet. That's right, one tablet. This combo acts fast and it lasts. And you can get your first month free by going to BlueChew.com and using the promo code BASSHOLE at checkout. That's right, just pay $5 shipping for your first month. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BASSHOLE for your first month free. Now, let's meet some bassholes.
What is Podcasting from Basshole Studios in Los Angeles.
What time is it?
It's Basshole with Doug Bass.
Asshole, major asshole.
We've all been one. So let's laugh about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
He's an asshole. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Basshole Podcast. My name's Doug Bass. I'm your host. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you follow us on social media on Instagram at Basshole Show. And don't forget the YouTube channel has the full video experience. Follow that over at Basshole Show on Instagram. I'm super excited for our show today. Our guest today is comedian Bridget Sell. She is here in the studio. I'm super excited to have her. Bridget, how are you? How
I'm
you been?
good.
Yeah?
I'm so impressed with your whole show.
Oh, well, we haven't even started yet, and you're impressed. I didn't even
It's
do
cool.
anything.
I know, but it's cool in here.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool in here. Sometimes it's cold in here too. So.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. It's
How
perfect.
are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know where to look. Do I look?
You can just look
Okay,
at me. You can
okay.
look at me. But if you want to
Okay.
address the camera, you can look into that
Okay.
camera lens
So-
right there.
okay, that's
like if
how
you
I
really want to
address.
like reach an audience member and stare them down, that's where you
Okay.
would look. Yeah.
Now
yeah,
I
but,
know.
but don't, and I have the monitor on, but you don't have to look at that.
Okay.
Sometimes I shut that off because
So many
people are
yeah.
like obsessed with looking at themselves. Sometimes they're like, oh.
Oh, I'm the
yeah.
opposite. I'm like, no.
No.
There she is.
There she is.
There
yeah.
she is.
Well, thank you for coming down to the
Yeah.
studio today. I know you're busy, so
Oh, yeah. So busy.
you are. You're booked and busy, is
Oh,
from what
you're
I
sweet.
from what I see on Instagram and stuff. So you're a stand-up comedian, obviously.
Yes.
You won Basshole of the Night back in November.
I did.
At our live show, which was a big deal.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal because it was Thanksgiving Eve.
It was Thanksgiving Eve,
and there
yeah.
was just like magic in the air.
Yep.
And, people were in a giving place.
They were in a giving place to give back to you for your asshole story.
Yeah. And I also, mind you, I won Gas X, which
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the
has
the
just
prize.
been amazing.
Yeah, I think you like traded it in for whatever was in the box or something like that. Yeah,
It's hard to win the big prize.
The prizes have gotten worse over the months.
I
but-
love to see the prizes.
I know.
the best
Some people
part.
are like, you got to get better prizes. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Well, that's kind of the point.
It's the point. I mean, there is money in one of the envelopes.
And
that
you gave
someone
it to
gave
me. You were
I
nice.
did give
Yeah.
it to you. Yes, I don't give it to everyone.
Oh,
Just so you know,
that's-
if anyone's, you got to.
Oh, now everybody wants to do the show for that money on
Yeah, the $25 or whatever you want. Yeah. Big money.
Yeah.
Yes, you won Asshole of the Night. You had a good asshole story.
Cool.
You were late for the show today, so that also makes you a double asshole.
Yeah, double asshole.
Which is appropriate. People can do that on this show and slide by,
It's the only time.
Everyone was waiting here for you. The crew, I sent them home. No, I'm kidding,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, I was going to leave on time and then I went, what?
Your
it's the
mom.
Basshole
Your
show.
mom called. You said, right?
Yeah, my mom called.
Yeah.
I try to catch her before she goes to brunch with my dad. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's they're on the East Coast. You're from the East Coast, right?
Well, I'm from Baltimore, but my parents live in Florida.
Oh.
And they.
My parents also live in
What
Florida. They live in Naples, Florida.
Okay. Yeah.
And then New Jersey half the year. They do like the snowbird
Yeah.
East Coast
Yeah.
thing.
Snowbirds.
Yeah.
That's
Where,
always
what part of Florida do your parents live in?
Sarasota.
Sarasota. All right. I've been to Sarasota once. Yeah. I was there maybe 22 years ago or something. Yeah. It's a nice area.
Yeah, it's got its charm.
Do you go and visit often?
I try to. It's kind of hard. I work during the day as a personal trainer.
That's right.
So now that I have clients, it's harder for me to be like, I got to take time off. But
I know.
I finally did get time off, so I'm going at the end of April.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
How often do you try to go back to the East Coast to visit? All your family's back east?
No, my sister lives in Texas and my brother lives in Denver.
Oh, okay.
So everybody's kind of all over.
All
but
over the place,
every
yeah.
summer we go to my family's beach house in Dewey Beach, Delaware.
Dewey Beach, Delaware.
Yes.
All right. So that was like your summer your vacation beach?
Yeah.
You have a beach
we go
house
for
there?
2
Yeah.
weeks every year.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
The house is on the beach.
I love that.
Dewey is the cutest town.
I've never been there. I grew up in New Jersey. So
You have the shore.
Jersey Shore is what we have. And we would go to Wildwood, New Jersey.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever been there?
No.
And that's where we would go every summer. And I went back there a year and a half ago for the first time in probably 15 years. Like we finally were like, let's rent a house and do it.
Yeah.
Because now I got my niece and nephew and stuff.
Was it a good experience?
It was fun. It was weird being back there though. You know, it was like I forgot all the old places and stuff like that were there, like the bars, the boardwalk.
The smells of the boardwalk.
The smells
like
of the
ocean and
boardwalk.
old wood.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a good family trip. It's like you got to do a family trip, which is I don't know. Like, how long have you lived in LA now?
So I moved here in 2000. I'm going to say 2011.
2011.
Yeah, it was right after college.
Yeah.
And
where'd you go to college?
Towson University.
Where's that?
It's in Towson, Maryland, but
Maryland.
it is in Baltimore.
Okay.
And
so you stayed locally, kind of.
Yeah, Amy Schumer went there.
Oh wow!
For a semester.
Did you know her? Did you guys party together?
No, she's a little older than I am. She went there, but we had the same teachers. She did an interview recently and referenced all of the same teachers I had.
I just watched that movie with her, kind of pregnant, or whatever.
Oh, how was it?
It's all right.
Okay,
it's an Adam Sandler produced thing.
Oh,
so
it's a Happy Madison.
Yeah, so it's got its jokes and fart jokes and all all the good stuff.
I liked Trainwreck.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that one.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, East Coast. Yeah, I've been out here 22 years now, I think.
Okay.
And I always find it everyone wants to go on vacation, but they want me to come back there to visit, and then then I got to treat that as a vacation. But then I'm I want to go somewhere else though.
Yeah, it's not. We treat this as a vacation because it's so long that we can't be pleasing each other all the time. So there are days where maybe I'll sleep all day.
How many siblings do you have?
I have a sister who's older and a brother who's older.
Okay.
So two.
So you're the middle child?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby. You're the baby.
I'm the baby,
okay.
yeah.
You're the baby, yeah. All right. Well, that's fun having multiple siblings.
Yeah, and my sister has 4 kids, and that's just been everything.
Yeah, and that was your asshole story on the
my
live
story.
show was telling your nephew he wanted to draw on the walls.
Yes.
And you said that the demon of the ocean would come and take him if he decided to draw on the walls.
So it's the ghost of the ocean, who is also part demon.
Okay. Yeah.
But we have something. So I sleep in the room with the bunk beds, and the top bunk.
Is that because you're the youngest?
Yeah.
Do you have to sit at the kids' table to eat and all that?
I
put Bridget on. She's the youngest.
I'm can I please get another plate?
Yeah.
No, it's just interesting because it's randomly the only other bedroom left with my sister upstairs with her family, and then my parents downstairs is this bunk bedroom, which is actually the nicest room. It has its own bathroom.
Oh, nice.
But the top bunk I call the Firehouse Club. We named it that because of Paw Patrol. And anyway, every year I put a little scoreboard, and they get to get stickers if they're good. But it's just us on the top bunk reading books and coloring, and that's all we do.
So who stays in the other bunk?
My stuff.
Your stuff. Okay,
Yeah, I have one bunk that I just put all my clothes on. I treat it like a closet.
Okay, so no one's staying in there with you. At least you have your own room.
Yeah, that's what's funny. It's everyone's Bridget's in the bunk bedroom. I'm I have my own wing of the beach house.
Right. Yeah. There you go. Well, that's cool.
I was told that maybe next year I won't get the bunk bedroom.
Why is that?
The kids might get it.
The kids might get it.
They're old enough now because now they're
So
turning
where will
6.
you go then?
I don't know. That I kind of felt okay.
You want it, right? That's your room.
I know,
yeah.
they think and we're doing you a favor, and I'm wait, but that's my room.
I know. And it's do all your nieces and nephews go and everyone goes?
Yeah, so
it's a lot of people.
Yeah, and they're the oldest is 6, so it's 6 5. She's going to be 5. 1 or 2 and then 1. So at this point now, the 5 and 6-year-old want to stay in the bunks.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. Like my family keeps saying, like, let's do a family vacation. The last family vacation we did, we went to, like, we have like my parents have a timeshare that they try to use.
Yeah.
So like the last one we went to Aruba, but it was like me, my ex-wife, my sister, brother-in-law, and then my parents.
Mhm.
So there was, 6 of us.
Yeah.
6 of us. And then, but then there's like 2 rooms. There's 2 rooms with their own bed, and then there's like the living room that has the couch pull-out thing.
Yeah.
So like we had to like split, like my ex-wife and I got like the couch for like a couple days. Then we moved to the bedroom, and then my sister and her husband got the couch. So it was like splitting it up. But now my sister has 2 kids, and they're like, well, let's all go. And then I'm like, well, I'm single. So so I'm going to be sleeping on a couch in Aruba for like 7 nights.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just like, I don't,
Yeah, you're going to get the bad end of
I'm
the
going to
stick.
get the bunk bed situation.
But like that's the trick though. It's actually the best. So
yeah.
But like
the couch, the living room couch is not good though, because it's not your own room. And then like the parents, everyone gets up and they have breakfast.
You have to wake up.
And you have to wake
family.
up, and it's like, well, it's time to get up. And I'm like, well, I'm on vacation. I'd like to sleep till 10 or whatever.
So the bunk bed room is also so far from like the central kitchen where everybody wakes up that like I can just sleep.
Yeah.
But
that's nice. Though.
Yeah, I think the worst room is actually the room next to my dad because he snores like a dying bear.
And it wakes everyone
and
up.
Whoever is next to him is just never going to sleep. And like we love him.
And he's aware of this.
He
Do you guys give him shit for that?
Oh, so much. Like when I go home for Christmas, I sleep in the room above my dad. And mind you, my mom also sleeps upstairs because the snoring's so bad.
Right.
And I will call him in the middle of the night.
Yeah. There's been people like I've noticed like in my apartment, like the apartment above mine is a it's like an Airbnb almost. They rent it out like long term, and it's like there's a new tenant like every 4 months or something, which is annoying sometimes because it's like the guy that was just there, very loud, and he snored, and I could hear him I'd lay in my bed and I'd hear like I'm like just like, wow, some of these walls and ceilings are like super thin.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do? I had to put on like the white noise when I would go to bed or whatever. But I was like, that's really loud. I was like,
and even the white noise keeps me awake.
Does it? You need silence.
I need silence, but like I'm fine with air conditioner, but like the sound of the ocean, I'm gonna.
You're a light sleeper?
I think I am. I think it's because I clench my jaw.
Oh,
so
really?
I clench, and
do you have to wear like a retainer or something?
I take it out subconsciously throughout the night. I cannot keep it in my mouth. So I actually the other day had Botox put in my jaw.
What?
Yeah.
For the teeth?
For the teeth.
Yeah.
So the doctor said, okay, so you have like the most inflamed masseters I've ever seen.
Really?
And she like injected it, and it was crazy because like Botox doesn't usually hurt other than the prick, but this like
I wouldn't know. I don't know anything about Botox.
Yeah, I know. You're just naturally young looking.
You're getting Botox besides the chin or the teeth thing?
Oh my God, it's preventative.
Everyone's getting it now. It's like super popular.
I don't want to be able to scrunch my eyebrows together.
I don't know. See, I don't know. People are too young getting this shit done now.
I have the ability to look very perplexed, and I'm tired of it.
Really?
Yeah.
You look confused?
Yeah, now I just look like great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you look great.
Thanks.
You're a trainer as well.
Yes.
You are an NASM personal trainer. Body by Bridge. That's your brand.
Well, that's my old brand. I had to dissolve it.
Wait, why?
Because I work at Crunch Fitness.
So they won't let you have a brand?
You can't outside train.
Wait, when did you become a personal trainer?
So I became a personal trainer in I think like 2022.
Okay.
Couple
years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. And I did have my own company just because I needed to, you need work to get work, that old thing. And I had never trained before. So I was training friends and it was great, but I kind of wanted more of like the community aspect. Like,
where would you train? Like when you had your own thing going, where would you train them? Did you have a gym that you'd go to?
My apartment.
Your apartment.
Yeah. So my apartment, I created like a little gym area in the middle. And I had like a big mat that I bought and it was fine. But then also like Josh Edelman, he's a comic. I trained him for a while and he has like a full gym in his house. So
does he? Oh, because he's got a house.
Yeah, he has a house.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So would you go over there and train him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a client had their own gym, that would be beneficial too.
And like training Josh was just so fun, like because he would just be like making me laugh the whole time.
Was he taking it serious, Josh?
Yeah, because he would like pay me. He was one of my most consistent.
And what
clients.
happened? He quit.
I couldn't train him anymore.
You couldn't train him.
No, he's lost so much weight though.
No, he looks good. He looks good.
Yeah.
So you started working at Crunch.
Yeah.
And you have to get rid of your own business.
Yeah. So they're fine
there.
with like a slow burn, like that. Like, come on, just finish your clients. So like, I actually he was my longest client till I was like, okay, I really can't do outside training anymore.
Now, I don't know. I mean, do you like that?
Do I like
having to get rid of I don't know how many clients you had, but I'm sure there's more job security working for like a business like that, Crunch.
It was hard to get clients without being in like the pool of a gym.
So because I have a couple friends that were personal or still are, I guess.
Yeah.
But they would have. I think they would like double dip though. They would work for like a company and then have their own thing on the side. But I guess if they find out, you get in trouble. I don't know.
If you find out, you get in trouble, and then it's kind of like. You have to decide when you want to bite the hand that feeds you. Like, when do you want to...
Like, if you're busy enough where you see having potential of having all these personal clients, then you can, like, leave the company and open your own thing or whatever.
Exactly.
But then you're self-employed, you're an entrepreneur. I mean, I'm sure Crunch has a schedule for you. And
they have a schedule for me, but also, like, my boss, Rachel, she's, like, one of the greatest people ever, and she really responds well to loyalty. Like... if you can't come into work or something, just communicate. Just don't, just be.
So it's flexible.
Yeah. So, but also by not training outside or doing anything shady, she trusts me enough to be like, here, I'm going to give you this client. So it's there is like a give and take kind of system of like, if I'm not there a lot because I'm doing outside training, she's going to kind of not give me clients.
Yeah. And you're full time there, right?
Yeah. It's part time, but you can make it full time. It's like all what you make it.
That's great though. And then, I'm sure you get to work out for free and whatnot. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many clients would you have in a week there, like working there? Like,
so like as far as how many clients I have 7 and I'd say I see them all 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So it makes for a nice week. And then some days I just do all my clients in the morning or I do all at night.
Right.
So you can make it like, oh, I'll do my doctor's appointment that morning kind of thing.
Do you get tired? Like, are you doing the workouts with them? How does it work? No.
This is where you get tired.
You show them and then they're like, you better do
You
this,
show
right?
them, you have to be very positive because obviously it's like, it can be an aversive thing. Like, look, we're working out. But the big thing that's hard is like on Friday night. So it was Friday. I had 4 clients in a row.
Oh, wow.
And that starts to feel like crazy time.
Yeah. I have a friend who teaches Pilates and she said that she did like 3 or 4 classes in a row. And she was
good
like,
for her.
She was like, this is too much. Like she usually does 2 or something like that.
Yeah. Cause you have to be the captain of the ship. Like you can't falter. Like if someone comes in, because, trainers kind of double as therapists. Like while they're stretching, they're telling you like what happened that weekend and how work's going. And like, you can't be going through a breakup and train people.
You can't?
And if you do, you have to like deal with it. Yeah, you have to be like business, like first.
I give you so much credit for training people.
Oh, and I've gone through 2 while at Crunch. 2 breakups.
2 breakups while
and I
training
just walk
people?
in and I look at my boss and I'm like, I'm gonna try really hard.
You have to switch it off.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
And I do think I do a good job of switching it off. And then I just get home and I just like scream into a pillow pretty much.
Or you go do comedy.
I just leave the gym and then get 2 burritos and I'm like, I'm fine.
Right. Your clients see you eating them.
I'm like, whatever. Like I look sad eating them, eating food and being sad is funny.
I don't know. I'm not good at working out. I live down the street, so I've gone to Bunda, whatever.
Oh
it's
yeah,
called.
people swear by that.
I live next to it, so I signed up. I bought a bunch of classes because I was like, I live next to it. This is no excuse.
No excuse.
I can walk there, crawl out of bed, whatever, And I was going for a while, and then then I just like stopped for the time being. But I still have a bunch of classes and stuff like that. But I'm the only guy there when I go. Usually, it's all women.
It's very a lot of female comics have told me to go there.
Yeah,
what is it?
It's like it's interval like kind of thing. It's Stairmaster.
I heard stairs.
Stairmaster, and then like weights or like the bands or whatever, or like floor work. I don't know if that's the correct term. I know nothing about this stuff. I mean,
you don't need to be doing that. You need to just do strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men and cardio are just like, we
See,
don't.
but I've joined a gym in the past. I've joined like Gold's Gym.
Goals, that's good.
When I used to live in Hollywood, I used to walk, but then like, it's like, I need instruction. Like
Yeah.
if I just walk into a gym, I'm not doing any. Like I'll go on the treadmill. I will maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I will fuck around. I will dick around in there, and then nothing will get done. And
You're
I'll
just
be
like kicking your shoe on the ground.
yeah, yeah. It's like I'm like, oh look, there's a smoothie bar. That looks fun. It's like
That's a nice little treat.
that's true. Maybe we'll start with that, and then we'll figure out where to
And
go.
we'll go from there. Yeah.
See, that's where my mind is. And I'm like, all right,
That's the
but-
big problem, though. A lot of people get to gyms, and the intimidation
Oh, forget
factor is like,
And then you sign up, and you're locked into that
Yeah.
$30 a month for the rest of your life. You can't get out of it.
Equinox has like a 1-year policy.
Oh my God. The only reason I got out of my Gold's Gym membership was because it was COVID. COVID happened,
health
and then they
reasons,
closed. And then it was like, hey, no one's working. We don't have money for this. And I was like, take me
Yeah.
off this shit. And
No,
then,
it's hard to get out of a membership.
But now Gold's is opening down the street at the Beverly Center.
I know, and Crunch is kind of shaking in their boots.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Crunch has been there a long time, though.
We've been there since 1989.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my girl, like
Taylor Swift. Like
Yeah.
you got your Taylor Swift.
I wore
shirt.
this because we both went to
I
the
know.
concert.
Let's talk about that. Yes. Yes. You went out of your way to wear the Taylor Swift shirt.
Like I'm just actually in my pajamas. Yeah, it's for you.
She just rolled in. Yeah. Here I am.
Yeah, I wake up with cat eye on and everything.
Hey, sometimes that happens, right?
You know,
So you did go to the Eras tour,
I
Taylor
did.
Swift. Where'd you go? Here in LA?
I did. I went to SoFi.
Yeah. How was that? How was your Taylor Swift experience?
So let me just put it this way: like my friend Megan made me a fan of Taylor because I was like, whatever, I just didn't care.
Right.
I had no indifference, and then she was like, and then I was a fan for like a couple years during COVID. Like bought Folklore, loved the album. Anyway, she was like, the Eras tour is coming to LA, and I wanted. So she did the whole. You know how there was that nightmare with Ticketmaster.
Yeah, there was like people
and
getting
she
scammed and
apologized
whatnot.
and
Yeah.
people couldn't get, they were in the queue, but they couldn't get tickets. And anyway, she was like, I couldn't get tickets because of the whole thing. So then she gets an email like a couple months later that says that like, where would you want to sit? Just like from Ticketmaster.
Right.
So she picks front row seats, and they gave her those tickets for like zero money, pretty much like $400 total for those tickets.
Wow. So it was like luck that she
It
got
was insane.
Random.
We were in the armpit of the stage, front row. Like it was, we could smell her.
those. Yeah.
I was screaming to her that her butt looked great, and
Yeah.
I could
And
see
she
her
replied, yes.
see her
Thank
hating
you.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like, "Stop! You're ruining the show."
You ruined the show. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But
she
that was
is-
some night, right? Because you and I have that in common. I was also like,
Where'd you sit?
I was like third or fourth row, like in the pit or whatever.
In the zone.
In Germany, though.
Oh,
I was in Germany.
Oh, but that's cool.
I was in Munich. Yeah. No, it was cool. It was like, I happened to be in Munich the same weekend that
It was
the,
happenstance.
that the tour was coming. And I didn't plan on going or whatever, but then I the night I got to Germany, I went out to like a beer hall or whatever, and then met some people that were going.
Yeah.
And then they were like, this one girl's like, oh, I could probably get you a ticket if you want to go. And I was like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And then like, I didn't know if it was happening. And then like, and then it happened, like literally happened like she's like, we got a ticket.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like $350. I'm like, all right, fine. And then it's like, I'm like, where are we sitting? And she's like, VIP. We had the VIP lanyard, and then
wow.
like we got there early, and it was like third row or something like that. And it all happened. Like I didn't know if I was definitely going until like an hour before the show or whatever. So I was like, kind of like, well, am I doing this tonight, or am I gonna go do something else? I don't know.
Yeah.
So then it all happened like last minute, and then I got up there, and then they were selling beer. We had to watch the opening act or whatever.
Who was it?
Paramore.
Oh, well, that's just amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
We had Haim.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, it's Three Sisters.
Three Sisters.
They were in the movie Licorice Pizza.
I didn't see that.
Oh, well.
All right. I'll have to
Then
watch it.
it's a moot point.
Yeah, I don't, but when I got up there, I was like, I can only have like one beer, because I was like,
Yeah.
if we leave this section, we're not getting back up here. You
can't load up there because
can't.
it's so hard to leave and come
So
back.
it was like I stood the whole time for the 4 hours or whatever it was, you know, and didn't leave, didn't go to the bathroom, didn't do anything. You know, luckily I had peed before. I was like, all right. And then when you get there, she's like right in front of you.
I think I did use the bathroom during All Too Well.
Yeah.
Because I knew I had 10 minutes. And like, I didn't hard for me.
Yeah. I didn't know anyone really, you know, so I wasn't like, I didn't want to be like,
you weren't tied to a space.
This guy to be like, hey, I'm up there. And they'd be like, who the hell is this 44-year-old guy?
You got to hold your VIP pass.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like Wayne's World. Yeah, I don't know, but it was fun. It was awesome. It was amazing. Yeah, it was a cool experience. I'm glad I went.
Did you cry?
I did not cry.
I cried a lot.
Did you?
Oh, I cried so many times.
I wasn't that involved. I wasn't that like, I wasn't even like, I mean, you know, I liked some of the, I knew some of the music before, but like, I didn't know, I never really sat down and listened to like a whole album. You know
I like feel like it was like, I didn't really care as much. And then it still made me care more. Like, I was like, wow.
I will say like after the concert on like the rest of my trip, I was like, oh, let me listen. And then I started listening to the albums and I was like, oh yeah, this is like actually great, you know, like in this song and then this album, whatever, you know, and I started like learning more, researching, and I was like, she's brilliant. She's
brilliant. Yeah. And this summer, actually, at the beach house, we couldn't find anything for my niece to watch. She's going to be 5. And I just put on the Eras Tour on Disney Plus.
I did watch that, yeah.
And you should have seen her. She just got, like, quieted down, and she couldn't believe the beginning when she just came out.
Right.
She was like, wow.
Yeah, people went insane when she came out.
It's like to a kid, it's like a magical fairy appeared.
Right.
Like
it's quite the show.
She thought it was sparkly and gorgeous, and
yeah, like the production, like live being there, was like quite the experience.
I know, and she's still like cussing and whatever, and kids are like, yeah,
exactly. The parents are like, whatever, it's
yeah,
Taylor Swift, who cares? But like being in a front, have you been in a front row situation at a concert before ever?
Not really.
So like that's a whole other. I mean, I've done that a couple times. I've done it 3 times, I think, including Taylor Swift.
Who?
Billy Joel, Elton John. I was in front row once.
I never heard of him.
I never heard of them.
Yeah.
And then who the hell else was it? Aerosmith, like a long time ago.
Are you kidding me?
Long time ago.
Those are good.
Yeah. So, but like those are probably my 3 favorite.
Yeah, you're in good company, Taylor.
Yeah. So, but being in the front section, it's a whole other experience. Like you are there, you're dancing, like it's a whole different thing. Like when you go, like I've gone to many concerts where you're just sitting in the last row and you're just like, this is good, and you're drinking, and you don't stand up for every song, and you're just there. You know, it's still fun, but it's like it's a whole other thing.
But you almost had like at SoFi, you would look up and you had like her view of, and it's like wow, it was massive.
Yeah, the one thing I liked, I mean, you know, about the Olympia Stadium in Munich or whatever, it was all outside.
Yeah,
and it was summer, so like. It didn't get dark until like halfway through the concert.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was kind of weird, but it was also kind of cool.
Yeah, because some of her acts rely on like the darkness.
Yeah, like I think she did like Reputation, and it was still like light out.
Like you're not supposed to see her change, but like when the lights are on, you can just see her like change in her little.
And that was the concert where like people were like sitting on the hills outside of the stadium.
Like wow, you went to that one?
Yeah,
that picture is epic.
Like the whole there was a whole other stadium crowd like on the hill. It was crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Taylor Swift, do you think she's gonna reboot this tour again, or is it done?
I think this tour is done. I think though that she's gonna come out with 2 more albums. 2 more albums. Definitely Rep TV.
I mean, she could literally they could like build her a stadium in like Vegas and just for this tour.
I know, like she'll definitely be begged to get a residency because
but like I think they'd have to build her a stadium for it.
They'd
like,
have to,
because like if she did. Like, say she went, like most of these artists go to Vegas for a residency or whatever.
Yeah.
If she did that, like, she couldn't just do it in the MGM or whatever, you know? Like, it would have to be, like, maybe smaller than, like, the Raiders Stadium or something. I don't know. They could build a stadium just for this.
Break machines
for, like 10 years or something. It's a stadium just for Taylor Swift.
No, you're right. You know what, Doug? There should be a Taylor Swift
stadium.
Good. Write that down.
Yeah, exactly.
You should run that by somebody.
Travis Kelce could get involved. Yeah. What do you think about them? Are they going to get married? What's going on with that?
I don't know. Sometimes I like that she found love, and he's definitely a babe. Yeah. I think in general, like I just think sometimes he's a doof, but in general, like whatever. I think sometimes that's a good balance because she is such a serious person.
Yeah. But are they going to get married, do you think?
I think that they might be like the perfect balance for each other.
You think it's going to last?
I think it could. I think she's a smart girl.
People have hopes for them.
we need to have hope in something.
People want to believe in that love story, which is good.
I think it is funny. It's like part of the world is like, do you believe in this love story?
Right. And everyone's so invested in it. They're like, yeah, this is all I got going on right now. You know, it's like it better work or I'm doomed.
It's all I have.
It's all I have. Yeah.
This is all I have.
Which is interesting for a lot of people. I don't know. Hey guys, you're listening to comedian Bridget Sell on the Basshole Podcast. We're just taking a little break here just to remind everyone about our fantastic sponsor of the Basshole Podcast. That's right, I'm talking about Blue Chew. You're going to have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, Blue Chew's offering a combo so strong it's going to knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. Everyone's socks are going to be coming off. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to be walking around barefoot because they're so damn horny. You'll have to move towns with the amount of noise you'll be making. That's right. Blue Chew Max has arrived. They're introducing Blue Chew Max. It combines the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable tablet. That's right. One tablet. Both ingredients in one tablet now. That's evolving. I mean, we're not wasting any time anymore. We're just taking the one tablet and we're getting twice the benefit now. And you guys are going to want to be ready because when she needs it, she's going to want it. And you're going to get your first month of Blue Chew free when you use the promo code Basshole at checkout. That's right. Use promo code Basshole at checkout at BlueChew.com and you get your first month free. Just pay $5 shipping and handling. That's it. Great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive the prescription within days. That's right. Everything's made in the USA, and it's prepared and shipped directly to your door. No awkward conversations, no doctor visits, none of that crap. Just fill it out online, get approved, and it'll be in your mailbox. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That is the mission of Blue Chew. For a bricklayer. Remember the bricklayers, the masons? Yeah, they would take Blue Chew maybe back in the day if it was around. And the house would be built in a half hour instead of months. That's what's going to happen with Blue Chew. We're gonna put construction forward. Everything's going to be fast now. This is not making any sense because I haven't taken my Blue Chew yet today. But once I take it, it's going to be great. So go to BlueChew.com and use promo code Basshole for your first month free. And we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Basshole Podcast. Now, back to the interview. Stand-up comedy. How long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
I'd say it's kind of weird.
It's such a weird question to ask.
It is
I
weird.
don't even know.
Like off and on.
I don't know how long I've been doing it either. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know, the people that are like, this is my 7-year anniversary. I don't know.
Yeah, when people celebrate their anniversary, I'm like, man, such a straight line for you.
Everyone needs some sort of anniversary to celebrate, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I did my first show at the Comedy Store in like 2013.
Nice.
So but then I didn't do stand-up again until like 2019.
Yeah.
Like
I dabbled in it when I was when I was 21. I dabbled in it when I was out here for like first 6 months, and then I stopped. Mm-hmm. And then I did like sketch and improv and acting.
Yeah, I've done it all. I've taken every school. I used to intern at Upright Citizens Brigade.
You're an actress as well, you would say?
Kind of. I would say I'm a comic. That's how I put it. Yeah, because like I don't do commercials. Like I've never.
Yeah, I mean, I started as an actor, but I would say now
everybody does.
Now I'm like, I just want to be myself, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's where
who
the
can
comics.
act if given an opportunity or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that what happens when people start out with like the idea of acting when they come out here is they don't realize how quickly you get put into a box.
Well, it's weird because it's like I remember when I moved out here in was it 2003, I think, and like everything was like acting, play this character, and now everyone just wants you to be yourself. Mm-hmm. Even if you're an actor, it's like, just be you, and then if you know how to do characters or whatever, then great.
And it's like if a comic gets a movie, it's just because we want to see Eliza Schlesinger play this person, and
her name is Rachel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I did like that movie that Eliza did.
Oh yeah, what was it? I think I saw it. What was it?
It was like about a guy that turned out to be like an absolute nightmare, and apparently it really happened to her.
Yeah, I did see that.
It is funny.
That was a good premise. Yeah,
I liked her. Like she killed it with like what dating's like.
Yeah. Dating. Yeah, I mean, because you never know. I mean, LA is a weird place to date. I mean, you said you went through 2 breakups while training people.
Yeah.
So that's got to be. Are you dating now? Are you single?
I'm dating.
Yeah.
Dating's hard, because
this city especially.
well, you also don't you don't want guys scare easy in this town. That's the problem.
I've watched some of your comedy online, and you have a good bit that I saw in one of the reels or whatever, where it's guys are hard. Like like they asked you what kind of food you liked, and you said the wrong thing, and then they unmatched you.
I've had guys just never tell me where to meet them, or they won't give me a time,
and they don't show up,
or they're like, I can't wait to get together, and you're like, okay, and that involves a place and a time. Like the place and time aspect in dating, like, woof, if you want, like there are horror films, and then asking a guy for a place and a time.
And then they just unmatch you after talking for a little while.
Yeah, guys get like scared too if you kind of say things like sometimes I'll just have to throw out a joke like, wow, you seem so interested, you're scaring me, and then they unmatch. Like it's just like I just have to say it because like they give one word answers and you're like, wow, this is
on
so
these
deep.
apps, right? The dating apps.
Yeah.
I mean, the dating apps are. I mean, I met my ex-wife on Tinder.
I remember Tinder.
But when it first came out, like it was like, new, and it was like people actually responded and actually did meet up and go on dates and stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like I have a Tinder account now, but like I haven't gone on it.
Isn't Tinder just like a hookup app now?
I don't know. I haven't like that one I have not gone on in like forever.
It's a dark place.
Hinge and Bumble, I guess, seem
They're
to
the
be
best.
the ones that are popular now.
My last boyfriend that we broke up the day after Thanksgiving this year.
Oh, right.
But it was
he at the show?
No. In fact, I was like, I like want to have a good time at this show tonight, so like don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. And then like he came for Thanksgiving and I was just like, God, this is so over.
Right. Thanksgiving seems like a good like I decided to leave my wife the day after Thanksgiving. So I think Thanksgiving is a good time to
it's a gathering of people and you kind of look around and you're like, do I like these people?
Do I want to spend another Thanksgiving with these people?
Exactly. You kind of it's kind of like a good like what do they say? Like you're auditing the people you love. You're like, okay, who's gonna make it next year because it's not you. Like that's what I realized. I was like, I don't want you here next year, but enjoy the stuffing.
I love this turkey and mashed potatoes, but I don't know about this situation.
Well, what happened was on Thanksgiving, not only was I mad at him already, but he drank.
How many dates or how long were you dating at this point?
We started dating in August, so it wasn't even like that long. I just couldn't quite. There's a whole deep thing there, but on Thanksgiving specifically, like it's all fine. Like we can overdrink, but he like his teeth were purple from the wine. And I just hated him. Yeah. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then at one point he told a story to one of my friends and he was so drunk and the story was so long. And then I heard him at one point say, I'm a revolutionary. And I wanted him to leave then and there.
Yeah. What does that even mean?
He was like, and my friend was just like, I want to watch The Holiday. Like we were watching The Holiday and he was speaking about like the revolution.
Oh, okay.
So like we weren't on the same page.
Yeah. And you guys met on an app?
Yeah, we met on Hinge and he was very different at the beginning and just...
Yeah, you get to know the true, especially at the holidays, you get to know the true.
Yeah,
red wine, lips or teeth.
The ick was real. Like icks are very real for me. My ex
used to have, like red mouth and it's
what is an ick for you as a guy? Like what's the thing a girl can do where you're like, ugh, no.
Shit. I mean, I don't know. There's so many like
there's so many.
There's so many things that like I mean just from my like last relation, my marriage, it was just like, there's a lot of red flags. I'm like, all right, there's that flag, there's this flag, but then like you're sort of attracted to that
so you
situation. Ignore it. Yeah, ignore it. But like, I don't know. Like I would say like if you can't communicate properly at this point in my world, then forget it. It's like it's done. It's not going to work. It's like that's partially what ruined my marriage, I would say. Like if there's no way to communicate properly and honestly, and like don't blatantly lie. Like, or like, be a bad liar.
I think what's hard is, so I'm dating a guy now and his big thing is communication. And that's like really important for me. And I feel like with men, they think they've communicated, but they've left a lot like of vagueness in their communication.
Well, yeah, men definitely are vague with
like I'll be like, let's do something next week, and he's like, I'll let you know.
Right.
And then like I'm like, okay, but does that mean we're doing something next week? We're like, all we want to know is like, yeah, let's try doing something Friday, and I'll let you know if something comes up. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Like schedule it, figure it out.
Yeah. So it's like where men and women kind of like where I struggle with dating is it's like I don't need like everything. I just need one
Something.
thing.
Yeah.
A time and a place.
Right. Yeah. Again,
Just the
going
one
back
thing.
to that. Yeah.
It's so easy.
It can be easy. Yeah.
I don't need to know like you can even be dating someone else, but just give me a time and a place.
Just let me know. Yeah.
I don't I don't need
well,
to know.
that's the thing. I think that's hard. Like, which and like I haven't really dated anyone in a while, but
yeah.
like even like trying to maybe dip my toes back into it. It's like the schedule. Like LA is hard. Like the scheduling. It's almost like where do you live? How far away are we from each other? Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Where do you live? Like what's your schedule? Like I don't know. What do you like? When are you free? Getting back to like. Like even grabbing drinks with someone, it's like, I don't know. Like, well, Friday, no. Saturday, no. You're busy. Like, people are busy. I get
people
it.
Get
but
busy.
Like, if people want to date, they don't want to date. They just want to hook up. It's like I don't know. But you have to make a time for some of that, right?
People like go into it dating and then suddenly they don't know if they're ready to date and they figure it out by dating you. And it's always weird. It's like, well, then why did you?
Why are you on these apps?
Yeah.
Like why are you on these apps? Like the
why
chat.
Why are you here?
Like if we're gonna like even talking with someone on the apps, like the back and forth is like non-existent sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like it's like I'll have like one conversation with someone, but it takes like weeks to have like finally a rapport with someone. Like that's not like just disappears, or I'm like, hey, like here's my number, like, and I don't know if that's too forward or whatever, but like
I love that.
I'm like, I'd rather be like, just like text me because
we're
like
adults.
I'm not on these apps all the time, or like I miss the shit. There's too many things. There's Instagram, there's the apps, the dating. It's like too many messages of all different sorts.
I always tell my friends I'm gonna like literally die trying to be cool. Like I'm not gonna text him. Like we will die trying to be cool, and it's like why can't we just be honest and communicate?
Well, that's the other thing. It's like people may not respond because they're like, well, you don't want to seem too eager, or too desperate, or whatever. And it's like
I'll give you all the space in the world if you say we'll do something next week.
Right.
I won't speak to you till that day.
Yeah,
just give me something.
Give me something. Yeah. Dating is I don't know. It's tricky.
But the constant trying to get a pulse or a feel for what everything is, it's just like put me out of my misery.
Do you think like dating someone with like opposite schedules or like different interests or like outside of the box, that can have its difficulties sometimes?
That's what fell apart for me
in this town. Maybe I don't want to blame LA, but I sort of sometimes do, because it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to have like a long distance thing, and it's like, all right, let's make this work, and I don't know, but not that's like I've done those, and it's like. I don't know if they're real or if they're not, like
you don't know what's happening when you're not there.
Then someone's got to commit. Like, are you moving here? Am I moving wherever? It's like, so I don't know.
For me, my last relationship, he would travel for work. So how
do you feel about that? Like traveling, like someone that travels?
Fine. I'm the same way. Like I prefer, like you can go away for 2 weeks. That's fine. I know where you are. I'll see you when you get back.
Right.
He did reveal he was cheating on me the whole time.
Oh.
But in general, like I like space like that. I don't like seeing someone all the time.
Yeah.
But in general, his problem was like I go away for 2 weeks and I come back and he has 2 weeks off. But like I don't have 2 weeks off. I still have to work every day. So like it became like he wanted me to work less.
That was that was the thing. That's hard because it's like I would run into that with like my ex. Like she would work remote and then also could travel whenever she wants, and she loved travel. We both love traveling, but like I'm like I'd have to be here, or it's like I have to take off to go do this, and so like she's like, well, I'm going to this country, and I'm like, all right, like I can't go right now.
Yeah, I can't go.
Like, what do you want me to do? So then she'd go to like Colombia, and I'm like, well, that's a little. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's like. But it's like, all right, what are you gonna do? I don't know.
And you have to find someone that's okay with that. It's like I keep saying, we're adults.
We're adults.
If you know I'm working during the day, just be like, I'll see you tonight, and get that I'm not cheating on you while I'm working.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everyone, people think everyone's cheating on everyone.
Everybody's cheating on everyone,
and I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, it goes back to the communication, the trust. Do you trust each other? Do you, I mean, what are the rules of dating or whatnot?
Yeah.
And everyone's different. Everyone has their own thing.
Oh, everybody makes their own rules. It's absolutely devastating.
They do kind of make their own rules, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The dating stuff is crazy. LA is not for the faint of heart when it comes to dating.
For sure. You gotta
really be into it.
You also have to be resilient.
Yeah.
Like, don't give up.
Don't give up. Don't give up hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I always say, don't get off the horse. Stay on it.
Stay on the horse.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, let's talk about. Let me just ask you some random questions.
Oh, fun. Okay.
All right. If you could start a rumor about yourself, what would it be, and why?
If I could start a rumor about myself, what would it be? That I'm really that I'm really good in bed. I don't know.
That's the rumor.
I guess that's the rumor I would start, because I wouldn't want it to be a bad rumor.
So like everyone around town is talking about this.
Oh, no, never mind.
Like a rumor, or like, well, isn't that what a rumor is? Like someone's like, hey, I heard that she's
so good.
She's so good in bed.
I would want it to be like a positive thing that I don't just like share, but it's a positive secret.
It's like kind of known, like around.
Yeah.
Not that everyone's talking about it, but like it's kind of like whispered in the background, like I heard. Yeah.
Or that I'm dating Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like, she doesn't really talk about it. But
she doesn't talk. She dates Leonardo.
She's dating Leonardo. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dream guy.
And then people, that's your dream guy?
People are like, he has a dad bod. I'm like, he's perfect.
What do you think about him and the dating the 25-year-olds? And then after that, you're out.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's just, why not? If you're going to be him,
right.
you just do what you want. He can do whatever he wants.
Right.
I mean, whatever.
Some people, I read an article, that he is morphing into Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about that?
For sure.
Yeah, I can see that, especially like his that new trailer that just came out. I think
such a Jack Nicholson looking role.
He is, right? And he's kind of a playboy kind of thing. Yeah.
He's also falling into the fact that he has a good comedic timing.
Yeah.
Which has been
which
really
I think
great.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting older, and like
Wolf of Wall Street really showed a different side of him.
Oh, that's a great movie. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I love how now we're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. How could we not?
How could we not? Why not? Have you ever met Leo?
I got close to him. I went to a viewing of Killers of the Flower Moon, and he like talked after it.
Oh, okay. All
and
right.
I got to be in the same room as him, even though it was a theater.
Yeah,
he's beautiful.
I didn't meet him, but I was like maybe like 5 feet away from him. I did. I think. I did extra work on the Aviator. Remember that movie?
That's cool. That was a good one.
And we were in like the Pantages Theater, where he was like, we were filming scenes.
Are you in it?
I mean, I was there for like 2 days. Are
you in the Aviator?
I don't think I'm in it. I don't think I think I've seen. I don't even know if I've watched the Aviator, to be honest with you. I think I watched part of it. But I was doing extra work at the time.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, the coolest thing is like you got to like be on set, like a Spielberg movie or a Scorsese movie or whatever.
Who did the Aviator? Because he only does big directors.
I think it was Scorsese.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
it was.
Even this next one's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, it was Scorsese, the Aviator, I think. Yeah.
He picks his scripts.
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
He's never done one for them. I
didn't see Killers of the Flower Moon yet.
It's really good. Everyone was like, it's too long. I think it's just right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to the movies to watch this stuff, or do you watch it at home?
That specifically was my
theater.
No, it was at the Directors Guild. My friend works as a director, and he actually left me there during the movie because he had to go write. I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, I'm not missing Leo. This is like my 8-year-old self screaming.
Right.
But anyway, whatchamacallit? I am a big I like to go to the movies. I see a lot, and I only see horror films with Josh Edelman. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our big thing. And that's usually the only time I go to the movies because he makes me go with him. That's one of my best friends.
I like to go. Yeah. I like to go to the movies.
But I don't like watching scary movies alone. So that's when I usually will go with a friend.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I saw Baby Girl in theaters. I think that's the last movie.
I saw that in the theater.
Which is just so uncomfortable.
Was it? Why was it uncomfortable to see the theater?
I saw it with the guy I broke up with in November because we kept seeing each other until January.
Right.
But I just felt so like cringy.
But why though?
Oh, I love the movie.
Well, you're with the guy that you're dating, and you're watching this sexual.
Yeah, and I'm like getting so there was a girl next to me, and I kept leaning into her and screaming.
I think I went with my friend. I think, yeah.
I mean, isn't that a little weird? Like we're watching her like touch herself, and we're just like,
this is hot.
Yeah, but you're like with your friend, like cool, right? Like I was
cool,
with the guy
right?
I'm dating,
yeah.
look at her.
Right. I mean, well, I don't know. Nicole Kidman is like one of my favorite actresses.
Well, so now the guy I'm dating now was like, I want to watch Baby Girl with you, and I was like,
at home.
Ooh. Yeah. So this time now the guy I'm dating wants to watch it with me, and I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. And he was like, why? And I was like, I get really weird during this movie.
Cringy. You get cringy.
Well, I also I'm very attracted to like the 28-year-old guy.
Oh yeah.
He is like.
Well, that's why I was like, he's good looking. Nicole Kidman's good looking.
Yeah, I mean they're 30 years apart, and she killed it.
She killed it. Yeah.
But it was like you can't watch it with the guy you're dating. You got to watch it with like a friend.
But that would be like watching it with your parents. Imagine watching Baby Girl with your parents. Like, hey, let's watch family movie night. Let's watch Baby Girl. What'd you think, Mom? What'd you think? You're her age, or you're older, or whatever. Yeah. Dad, thoughts?
Would you ever call Mom Baby Girl?
Right. What do you guys think? As a couple, an older couple, so, what do you think? Any tips?
I'm just there with like a Diet Coke. Like, what'd you guys think?
That was always something weird. I thought, like, did you ever watch movies like growing up, like your family, and like either you knew it was like rated R, and then you can't stop laughing. Now you're never gonna think of Baby Girl the same way.
Because I thought about like, oh, my mom should. Then I was like, I'm never watching this.
Never watching it. You could recommend it to them. Hey,
she goes, it's not really my taste anyway. I was like, okay, Mom.
I know.
But yeah, like, when you knew the movie was
when you knew, I remember like watching, like you knew the movie was like rated R, or you knew there was like a sex scene, you heard about it, or whatever. And like, we used to rent movie, or HBO would be on or something.
Yeah.
And like the movie would be on and you'd be watching it. And I remember knowing, like, I forget what movie it was, but I remember knowing like there's a nude scene or a sex scene or whatever coming up.
Yeah.
And then I would literally get up and leave, like, and go to the bathroom or something, like, because my parents were sitting there watching it with me. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, I'm probably like 13, and there's like tits coming, and then I'm like, I don't know, I can't watch this in front of my mom.
When I was a kid, my mom, I was a big fan of Tom Cruise. Like, I thought Tom Cruise was.
I love Tom Cruise.
I mean, guys like him, girls like him. I thought he was like the most beautiful man outside of Leo and Harrison Ford and Pierce Brosnan. But I was like, Mom, can I watch Jerry Maguire?
Right.
And she was like, okay. I mean, I think I was 8.
Right. It's rated R.
And she was like, I'll watch it with you. I also like Tom Cruise. So we were watching it, and there's this scene with Kelly Preston at the beginning.
Oh, yeah. They're having sex.
And she's like riding him out. And I looked at my mom, and I was just like, and she was just like, it's okay. We're just going to get through it. But I was like, whoa, like I've never seen a woman go like that on a guy.
Right.
And like, rest in peace. But like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, she's hot.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to do what she's doing someday. But like, it was crazy to me. I think about that scene, and I'm like, that to me was like why the movie's rated R.
Yeah, that and but I don't even think they showed anything. But it was like
it was like a perfect silhouette of her riding him out on like a kitchen table chair.
But it's like, it's kind of like, I mean, I remember the first. I don't know if it was the first nude scene, but I remember watching the movie. We rented it. It was like Doc Hollywood of Michael J. Fox.
Okay.
And it was PG-13, so it was like appropriate. I don't know how old I was, but I was like young. But there's a scene in that movie where Julie Warner, the actress, she comes out of the lake like topless, and she's just standing there.
PG-13?
And PG. This is old PG-13. I don't know how old you are, but like this is old PG-13. When you were able to show like boobs or like nudity, or like you could say like one F word. I don't know. Like the rules have changed now. Now like PG-13 is like PG almost. So it's like you can't get away with it anymore. But
and you just saw boobs.
But I remember it was like oh, and it was like this, and it's an awkward scene. Michael J. Fox is like standing on the beach, and he's just like, I don't know. Oh, you're naked. All right, and then like I'm watching it, and I'm awkward, and like my dad's like, what is this rated? I'm like PG-13. He's like,
Yeah, we have like a Rolodex of reactions to sex scenes. Like,
but I don't know why that is. It's like, I mean,
like,
sex
hey.
it's America. It's like it's so like if we were in Europe, people would be like, no big deal. Whatever.
Have you seen the movie Blonde?
Blonde? No.
It was on Netflix. It's with Anna de Armas.
I saw. I think I watched like half of it, and then I fell asleep.
It's
or
like
something.
so art house. It's almost
it's
painful.
art house, but there's like a lot of sex.
There's
and
a scene
nudity,
in it where she's like doing oral sex on the president.
Right.
And you have
JFK.
You have
right?
JFK's like camera angle.
Right.
And I'm just sitting there with my parents, like
watching it. So you watched that with your parents, see?
I
but there's no age. Like even though you're an adult, it's still like weird.
Yeah,
right?
I was visiting my parents when I watched that, and it was just like, this is insane.
Right.
This is like porn.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like even like as an adult, it's like I'd be like, I'm not gonna watch that with my parents.
Oh, and I wanted to
girls.
die. Like you can feel sweat just forming, and you're like smiling, and you're all looking forward. It's awful.
Yeah, it is awful. It's weird. It's like I don't want to watch anything with my parents.
Never.
Just you never know when that random sex scene is gonna pop up.
It's so hard.
You have to go to the bathroom and pretend that you're shitting yourself or something.
I know, you just get up and leave the room.
Where are you? You want us to pause it?
Yeah.
No.
we used to put our hands over our eyes.
Oh yeah. Close your eyes. Yeah.
I remember though in Titanic they didn't rate it R because it was considered art.
Oh, the topless scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, PG-13. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's another. Yeah.
The original cut of Titanic is rated R, but they took out all.
Well, that's the thing. I think. Yeah. Like if it's just like if it's not sexual, then it can be PG-13. But like the moment like Kelly Preston's fucking Tom Cruise and it's R. Yeah. That's the way it is. I guess. Yeah.
Oh my God, Kelly Preston kills it in that movie.
She does.
I like when she
always
looks
forget
at
she's
him
in
and
that,
she goes, "Oh, and by the way, you are a loser."
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I say that to guys.
You say that.
When I'm in a fight, I go loser because I'm like, Kelly Preston really hit hard when she
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah. See, that's good. Kelly Preston.
Because she gave him a whole like nice talk about how he wasn't a loser.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a loser, and he goes, "Well, who said I was a loser?"
She was like narcissistic in that movie. I think. I don't know. She was hot. Yeah, she's hot. Rest in peace.
Oh,
Kelly
I know,
Preston.
I know. Such a babe.
Underrated actress.
Oh,
that's it,
yeah.
right?
Kelly Preston.
I think being married to Travolta had a hand in that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she was in Jack Frost.
She was
the
Jack Frost, Michael Keaton.
Keaton killed it. Keaton killed that.
That movie's
film.
good. That movie is good.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's ask one more question here. I asked you a rumor. All right, what's the craziest rumor you've heard about yourself? Is there a rumor that you've heard about yourself in your life that someone may have said?
Let me think about that. It still kind of has to do with sex, but when I was in college, I would always go hang out with this one lacrosse player. And we would just go and we would just drink. And he was just a friend, but he lived in the lacrosse house.
The lacrosse house.
Yeah, there was a lax house.
Did you hang out at the lacrosse house?
Yeah, so
often?
I would go to this lacrosse house and I would hang out. And this lacrosse player's nickname was Dirt.
All right.
And so
Dirt.
like I know one day like they had a party and they were like, yeah, Bridget's always going and hanging out with Dirt. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you know that he like says you have sex with him every time. Like, and I just thought that was the wildest thing because that wasn't what was happening.
He would lie about it.
So he would be like, every time I went over there, he told them that we were having sex. And that's the only like rumor that I didn't know was just like being projected by somebody else.
But you liked this guy, right?
No,
Dirt?
he was just
Or
my
no?
friend.
You didn't like Dirt?
No, it was just like a friend I hung out with.
Was he hot? Was he attractive?
No.
No, that's why he was called
No,
Dirt.
and he was also like a loser.
A loser.
He
yeah.
was a jerk.
Yeah.
But it was just like somebody to hang out with, whatever.
Right.
So I just thought it was
So
so
he
funny.
was. So but that's an interesting thing. I would
Yeah.
say, like, because guys, like, if you
It
have
was so innocent for me.
If you have a friend that is a female as a guy and
Yeah.
you're hanging out all the time or
Yeah.
whatever, the guy probably would hook up with the girl or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just that's how guys are or whatever. But at some point there may be like a threshold where it's like, it's not going to happen.
Mhm.
We're friends. It's he's cool with it. You're cool with it. Whatever.
I mean, it was just one of those things where I realized there can be a story going on that you don't even know.
right. But like all his friends
yeah.
are like, oh, you and Bridget hanging out.
And he was probably like,
and he's probably
yeah.
like, yeah, we fucked. Or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. But it's like, it's almost like,
It's probably that simple too.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like, it's almost like if you hang out with someone enough or like you're
Yeah.
always like going out or hanging out or getting drinks or whatever, other people are like, oh, what's going on with you guys?
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like put out there, like pressurized where it's like, not that like as an adult,
Well, I mean,
like now
it's-
you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm lying.
It's the guy girlfriend thing.
Yeah,
People struggle
some people,
with it.
some people can't accept that. I think, you know.
And I've always gotten along better with guys.
Yeah.
I probably girlfriends I could count on one hand. Friends.
I've always gotten along better with women. Yeah. As friends or whatever. I have like a couple of guy friends, but yeah, it's like, I don't know. And then people think that's weird. It's like, whatever, you know. The big thing is
Did you have sisters?
I have a sister. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
And the thing is like people, like if you got into another relationship, and have you ever dated someone that was not okay with you having friends that were guys? Have you ever had that?
I had dated a guy in my 20s, and every time I would get lunch with my friend Paul, because we were writing something, you know, you would write.
Writing, yes.
He would be like, "Ooh, why don't you take a box of condoms with you? Because..."
While you're at it.
No, and I'd be like, okay.
All right,
it's just lunch. But it was so dramatic every time. And then once I said I was getting lunch with Paul, but I was really getting his guitar tuned. And I came home with his guitar tuned, and he was like, oh, because he made such a big deal about the lunch with Paul. Like, oh, we'll go have fun with Paul. And I was like, ah. Then I was like, by the way, I was getting your guitar tuned. Yeah. Like I was doing something for him, and I covered it with the worst cover.
That's something I would never do. Like, you know, like someone who has problems. Like, oh, you're friends with her? Oh, yeah. Like, what's going on? It's like, I've known her for like 10 years. What are you talking about? You know?
Yeah. I will say I do have a respect rule that I believe all my guy friends that I've met out here that have since gotten married. Yeah. I don't hang out with them outside of their wife.
Really?
Yeah. So I will.
Even if you've known them a long time.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't feel like it's appropriate for them to do something with a woman outside of their wife.
Wow.
I know. I think I've gotten one dinner with one of my friends.
What about like, do you have like childhood friends that are guys?
Yeah, I do. Like my friend Gavin, he's one of my best friends. Like I would do dinner with him.
He's
like,
married?
Yeah. I mean, I went to his wedding. Like he went with me to my sister's wedding. He was the first guy I danced with in 6th grade.
Right. So like, the wife has to be included in the plans, or at least being
with
like
him though. It's different because it's childhood. But guys I've met out here, like I actually became friends.
Guys that you've dated and then have become friends with.
No. Just guy friends.
Just guy friends.
Like one of my best friends, JD, I met while I was working at Upright Citizens Brigade, and then he, you know, now is married to this girl Lisa, who I actually became friends with. So now I actually do more stuff with Lisa than I do with JD. Right. Or I go over their house and I hang with them.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. So for me, I just would feel wrong being like, hey, Lisa, I'm going to get dinner with JD.
Right.
And like, have fun at home with the baby, you know?
Oh, yeah.
There's just an element to me of like, I don't know how great I would feel.
Now, if you were dating a guy and he had friends that were women, like, would you allow him to go hang out with them?
I would, though, because I am that girl. Like, I know what it means, but I can see to the girl that doesn't understand how it would look.
Yeah. And usually, most women are like, I don't know.
Yeah, like you married him. I get it. You get that time with him. He's not my husband.
No, that's a mature way to look at it.
Yeah. And, I mean, and it just happens naturally. They're not.
Sure.
They can't be your guy anymore.
They're not your guy anymore.
Yeah, they got to be there for her problems.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. And what's the wildest thing you've done that no one knows about? You don't have to answer this, but
I'll say it.
All right. No one. Well, now they're going to know about it because
they're going to know about it, but it's been so long that I don't care.
All right.
A few people know about it. But my ex in my 20s that I was just talking about, that was just like jealous all the time. After we broke up, I really missed him, and I broke into his apartment.
You broke into
his apartment.
Oh wow.
I didn't mean to. I was like gonna just show up, like, hey, I'm drunk, and like we would do that sometimes, like just show up at each other's places,
right.
Like throw stones at the window. And anyway, this time he wasn't there, but his door was unlocked, and I opened it. And then I called my friend and I was like, I think I just walked into his apartment. I was 25.
Right.
And anyway, he was my friend Bobby. He was like, you need to get out of there. And I was like, I think I'm going to start cleaning up stuff.
Oh.
And I started he had Chinese food out and I was like cleaning it up.
Right. So you're being a nice girlfriend.
But then it was funny because I called him and I was like, I'm at your place. And he like came home from where he was and then we hung out.
He didn't care.
He was like, he didn't care. Like we were that toxic.
Right.
Like he was like, good, I'll be there. But I was like, I think I broke into your place. He
Right.
was like, okay, cool. I'm going to go grab some seltzers and I'll be right there.
Right. He didn't care. He was kind of
But it was just like one of those where I was like,
trespassing.
I couldn't believe I did it. I just opened his door and I was in his
Right.
apartment and I was like, this is so wrong.
Well, it was unlocked, it sounds like.
I
right?
know, like, what an idiot.
Leave your door unlocked.
That was
I
the
mean,
craziest thing I've ever done. Only my friend Bobby knew about it. And we would laugh about it so much.
Well, now everyone knows.
Now
about
everyone
it.
knows 25-year-old Bridget was naughty.
There you go. 25-year-old Bridget. Have you ever lived with a guy that you've dated?
Yeah, we had lived together for 2 years before we. Yeah.
Yeah. That always changes the dynamic.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Because he said that he knew we needed to break up when he would hear me coming up the apartment stairs and he would like feel sad.
Yeah, that might be a sign. Like
He was like even though
she's home again.
I'd been gone for 11 hours because I was a nanny. And then I would come
Fuck.
and I was like, I have to come home. I have to come home. It's part of life.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Do you want me to like go to a cafe for a little? Like he was like, we just have the same schedule. So when
That's
I come home
fun.
from work, you come home from work.
Well, that's normally what people do. But
Yeah.
But even like,
And
Justin.
he would come home from work and I'd be like,
Yeah. Like, oh, I'm happy
And
to
he'd
see
walk
the person.
in like,
You again.
I was like, well, that's not good.
No, it's not good. I mean, having the same schedule. Well, yeah, like living with someone and having a similar schedule can be beneficial, but also could be a nightmare, I'd say, depending on what's going on.
But he had actually never lived alone before because we,
It's
so
an
for
adjustment.
me, I was like, you need to live alone before you ever live with someone else.
It's an adjustment. I mean, it's, you gotta make room in the closet for everyone and
Plus, alone time is so crucial.
alone time. You gotta have, I think you gotta have 2 bedrooms. You can't do it. I mean, I've done the 1-bedroom apartment living together.
That's what we did.
It's rough. It's rough. It's a lot.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you can go to your car. Like I used to go to my car and like scream or like I'm going for a drive. I sound like my dad. Like
I would go for walks. I'm going for a walk.
Go for a walk. I'm walking the dog. We don't have a dog. Well, I'll find one. I don't know.
I will find a dog.
I will find a dog. All right. Well, Bridget Sell, this has been fun.
Oh, this was so fun.
It was fun. You have fun?
Yeah, I laughed really hard. I needed that.
All right, good. Bridget does comedy all over Los Angeles. You can find her. Where are you performing? Lately?
So the big thing that we do is called Disco Comedy Night.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
at the
I've seen you post
Nightcap.
that.
Yeah, it's our new little baby show. It's with my friend Caitlin Allen and Megan Glassman, and it's our next show is April 17th at 7:30 at the Nightcap.
And you're doing that like once a month?
Once a month. Yeah, it's our little baby. We're trying to get more people to come out.
Nice. That's a good venue.
Yeah, it's cute. It's intimate. Like it doesn't have to be too many people for it to be a crowd.
Right.
It's nice.
No, I like that. All right, so you can catch Bridget performing there and all over LA. Follow her on Instagram at what is your Instagram?
Bridget Sell Comic.
Bridget Sell Comic.
Woo.
At Bridget Sell Comic. Follow her. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just stay on the horse, keep dating, and keep supporting comedy.
There you go. Keep dating and supporting comedy. Yes, that's true. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Basshole. Make sure you follow our Instagram page at Basshole Show and the YouTube page at Basshole Show. Remember, don't be a basshole, but if you are, laugh about it. Ciao.